Hey guys, welcome to another episode of SUBterra Tech. In today's episode, we're going to try to go through here and try to get all of these made, I believe. I believe it's 5 of them. Shouldn't be horribly difficult. The hardest part is going to be the hardened resource shells, which does take all of the last year, which is a magic resource, redstone resource, lapis resource, source gem resource, gold resource, and blood resource, along with some latex, which that's not the end of the world. I'm sure might be some automation too. In between episodes, I went a little crazy, right? So I was trying to make a farm for EMC. It obviously hasn't worked as we are currently broke. But I think we probably could if we just disconnected some of the stuff. Mainly the feed in right here, because this is bringing in these basic transmutable shards. And this looks like it's actually having a issue. What are you doing? Stop it. How's coal going in here? Is there a way I can funnel that? I doubt it. But I mean, what I can do, instead of a funnel, I can get a item pipe. If I have any. Luckily we do. Never mind the inventory being a mess right now. It's probably going to stay like that. I did a little bit of preparation as well for today. Get back here. That did not work. Got it. Okay, that doesn't work. What in the Sam Hill is this stuff doing? A whole load of nothing. Okay, so let's pick up our andesite funnel back up, and we'll get it placed out. I think a brass would probably work. No! It ran away again. God almighty. Alright, let's try this for the 15th time. Why do you have coal? Gosh. You know what? It's gonna be what it's gonna be at this point. For those in there, need to get all this stuff sorted real quick. And to do that, I'm just gonna go over here, dump all that off. We do have some source gem ones, which I can just place in here. I set all this up. It's a little tacky, the way that this is working, because I have 5 of these source gem blocks making our... Oh. That's interesting. We're only currently running 3 of these, as these ones don't have the shards. which I'm suspecting probably is due to a backup at some point. I do wonder why that happened. It's very weird. I mean, I do also have an extract to pull coal out from in here. But if I do that, that's not extracting. I wonder if that's where this is full. If I was to throw a void upgrade in there, what is that going to break? Probably everything, if I had to guess. But at least we're lining up. We should be able to make not really that many, because we don't have any coal resource cores for whatever reason. I mean, it's working on them, I guess. Oh, maybe it's not. Because you don't have anything. One moment, please. We're gonna just toss all that in the trash. Because, to be quite honest, it's kind of worthless. So it looks like to me, even though we're gonna have to slash home, because that's like the one spot in my base I can't get out of. Probably would help to, you know, place a block there. That drawer is empty. I mean, I made rows upon rows of these seared melters to try to produce more of these basic resource shells. And obviously, it's just not enough. Because, I mean, we're still working through that, it looks like. There is one way I could solve this problem. And it's honestly just to take the augmentations out of one of these rows. So this is going to take this little setup here from a 7x system to a 5x, which has in the past, it has helped, because I've had to fiddle with this quite a bit in between episodes. It was very boring. Wait, where does that pipe go? That ties into that pipe? Eh? Which goes... Okay, so that's how it's getting coal in it. There. Something tells me something was messed up there. And I connected it into the incorrect line. So that's the feed into the system. Let's do that for now. Let's see if we can't figure out where that's supposed to go. What are you for? Oh. So I don't really know what happened there. I did change a pipe configuration a little bit. I don't know why this was here. Like, there was a pipe connecting to the cold circuit from over there, right here. It didn't make any sense. So we're back in operation, it looks like. So if we head over here, we should see these should be filling up a little bit with basic resource shells, which just means they can fire off. We got a bunch of all of these, other than redstone and gold. For whatever reason, they've been neglected a little bit. That's fine. So we need to go through and make plastic, which we get plastic by using the latex processing unit. I believe we use it on a tree, or the effects of. So I guess let's go ahead and let's put away some of this gold, because we don't need it. That's essentially trash. Yeah, that's fine. So, start out with 4 of them. And then we're going to want to search here for our fluid pipes. We can keep those as the base ones. Then we're also going to want a latex processing unit, which it means we need a furnace. Do we have a furnace saved? We do. I think 1 might be enough, honestly. I butchered that like 4 times there. Sorry about that. Alright, what else do we got? Oh, I forgot to actually make the latex processing unit. Crafting table. Latex processing unit. Looks like we're going to need 2 buckets. World's easiest thing in the world to grab. 1 latex processing unit. We're going to throw these in here, kind of clear that up. And we're going to reach in here. That's not what I wanted to grab. Okay, can I get some EMC back, please? Did something break, or are we just hitting a lull? Looks like we're hitting a lull because we're out of coal resource cores again. Where is the log at? Oak log. For now, this is going to be manual placement. I don't know. Is there a block placer? There is. And it's just requires plastic as well, almost some droppers. So it's rather simple as well. We are going to need to get power over here as well, so we'll dig out a little trench underneath here momentarily. That is completely backwards. I always forget how you're supposed to place these down. But what we'll do to start with, we'll just place you there, and then we'll go ring around the rosy here. Oh, that's right, these can operate without power, can't they? They're just slow. Because this has 6 millibuckets of latex in it now. And then we can do this to combine everything up. We'll put a 1 block space in for my convenience. And this now has latex coming into it. So let's run power real quick. It's going to be very nice to do. What we can do is we can just break it down right here. Dig this way, and we should hit a open spot here shortly. By that I mean I would have thought we'd already hit it. But right there it is. Come out on the back of that. Use the energy pipe as a scaling tool. So that's now got power. I believe that makes those faster. We'll do a sneaky bit of power. Just like that, they should all be powered up now. This has got latex in it, which I think it also needs water, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I guess we'll wait a second and see. But just in case we do we have the sink? It says it provides water to recipes. I don't know if that means that it's going to do what I need it to do. So we need terracotta, iron, and water bucket. Luckily, all of those things are EMCable, and I have already done so. Well, other than the iron, of course, that's not, but what was I looking for? Terracotta. That's not terracotta. Oh, we already had the iron anyway. Sink. Once again, I'm not sure if this works. It's just a... It looks like it will. It most certainly does. That's great. We got our first piece of dry rubber as well with this coming in. We're definitely going to want to look into getting the block placer or just more of these fluid extractors would also be a possibility. But honestly, I think if we could get that block placer, which takes 4, I believe. And so 1 dry rubber turns into 1 piece of plastic. We just want to look through it, make sure there wasn't a better way to do it. There's not. So, with our plastic, we need to make a dissolution chamber, which takes 2 plastic a piece. It's not bad. Diamond gears, nice and simple as well. Let's go ahead and go get everything prepared, because we're going to have to go through and get the mob at our factory, and I'm going to have to, I guess, make the light full of dirt to get the pink slime farm going. It's going to be kind of unfortunate for whatever poor animals decide they want to spawn in, but yeah, what can you do? Let's go ahead and save these recipes. We don't really need the advanced machine frame, do we? It's used for a few generators and some other things as well. It also makes the Supreme, which we would use for a few other things. And it also looks like it's going to be used in the ultimate crafting to craft up creative vending upgrades, which seem to be rather insane. That's next to nothing, but okay. So let's head back over here. I didn't make the first thing I was going to, did I? Let's grab these 8 out. Make some diamond gears. Need some gold. Other than that, we just need the chests, which are just plainly easy. Grab out a few. Also, make us another crafting table for over here. I'm kind of tired of walking back and forth for it. We'll place it right here in the center of the room. Nice and simple. We got our 4. We do have to run back over here to smelt this up. We'll make those into nether bricks and store those away. That shouldn't take very long at all to smelt up. Got our first piece of plastic there. We could get sprockets, but we won't even bother claiming that. So in the dissolution chamber, we need to take latex, so we'll have to make a second setup as well for more latex. And then we'll have to pipe in all of these, which honestly shouldn't be that bad. And then once we get this done, we can look into getting all this automated. And with these hardened transmutable shards, we can actually go ahead, and I believe it's the fluid generator, and then we could just generate the blood resource cores easy peasy for one. And then we should be able just to pump out from in there and pump into the blood altar, where we can make these magic blobs work correctly. We do have to go through the whole enchanting apparatus thing, which does take Magician's Blood Orb, so we're going to need another tier 3. Which is, ooh, so much fun. But honestly, it shouldn't be horrible. Because, I mean, it's a few runes. Like, it shouldn't take very long at all right now. Let's head over here and grab up our plastic. Yeah, it's over here. We'll see if we have any more ready to go. We have 2 more pieces. Not gonna hurt to get them started cooking. Okay. So we're gonna want to make the dissolution chamber. Missing a singular bucket. We'll make a few. Oh, not you. Dissolution chamber. So you also need latex. But we'll feed that latex from over here, I guess. So let's make 4 more extractors. Yeah. Extractors. We need some cobblestone. Oh no, that's so difficult. Don't need anything else to go with that. So we go boop. Nope, not that close. Boop. 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 Cool beans. We do need some more energy pipe. Which we can actually make more in our inventory. That's simply amazing. That should get power to all of those. That is not ideal. You don't need to exist. And we can set all these to extract. So then all we have to do is pipe all of these, and we also have to get cores up here as well, which is the fun part. So what do you get in you, right? Do you get... You should be getting shards, right? You don't get connected here. Like, that's completely irrelevant to you. So this takes these bad boys. It looks like our transmutable shards are building back up in here again. And once this fills up, we'll actually start growing an EMC again. I mean, we're producing at a decent rate, honestly. You know, nothing horrible. Okay. But then again, all these have to be happy before this can go through, which is the unfortunate part. So how many of these do I need to start with? I guess probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably at least 10. Which I think I can swing 10 of each very quickly here. And then I just need to go down here, and this hopper and this chest hold a majority. I couldn't find anything that was like gonna actually just hold like one stack, which is what I wanted, but you always get what you want, I guess. So in here we go, nope, that is not the right way to do that. Let's lock inputs, no. Boop, 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 boop. Lock those inputs. I forget that this can only hold one set of each at a time, which is fine. It's just inconvenient. So I guess what we can do, since you're coming off of there, the only problem is it runs back this way. So that made our hardened. So what we're going to do is hop down here. This is going to look like absolute garbage. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully this works. No. Don't do that. All this is converted to lava, which is not great. It's just a side effect of having the volcanic source links up. We can do something like that. And honestly, that should be working. It looks like it is getting the magic ones. So now we need to just connect these overhead here. So what I think I'm planning on doing here is going to be kind of weird to look at, but I mean, it doesn't matter if they're connected because it can only send one at a time. I should probably lock that though. That was so just in case they run out, which they will. We don't have an issue. No, what is a tool? It's a... Okay. Do I have it laying around? I do. The configuration tool. I always forget the name of it because I am stupid. When I grab our item pipes again. We could run this under the surface here. Oops, I fell down. We can dig over this way a little bit. We'll poke our head up here in a moment. We'll hop down here and hop back up. So, we could run the pipe here, but that's honestly in the way. This is quickly turning into a disaster class, this entire section. But it should work. Hopefully I never have to troubleshoot this. Because if so, I'm gonna wish I had done this very differently. Nope, that looks like garbage. Place that down right there. And we'll just build into it here. And I fell down again. How unfortunate. That should work. And this is getting its resources that it needs now. We want to make sure this stays locked. Yeah, this is now making these hardened resource cores automatically. Okay, so we should be able to take these magic resource shells, shove them back in there, and they'll sort themselves out. So it stripped both of the logs now, which is fine, don't make a difference. I think it actually gives them a little bit longer of a life. There's a pipe there, I'm stupid. We'll try to dress that up the best we can here momentarily, and then I'll try to make this into like a support beam. How are we looking over here? Once again, this will be fixed momentarily. I just don't want to have to crawl across there right now. It looks like we're still slowly building in terms of basic transmutable shards. It is taking a while, which honestly is expected. Don't try to eat with your hands full of blocks. So up to 7 of the resource shells. We're going to need some more of these magma crucibles and the works. Yet again. We can start out with just 1, I guess. So for those, we need machine frames, so we need glass and tin gears. So here, that's not glass, that is dried kelp. Glass, and do we have any tin? Not really seeing any. Just trying to also empty the inventory back out again. I hate when it gets clogged up, but it happens way too often. What was I looking for? Tin. Anything? I guess what I should do, make it a little bit easier on myself. Nothing in there. Do have 4 tin gears. We just need a little bit of iron. I realistically need to make a storage system. So nether bricks, invar gears, and redstone flux coils. I should have most of that. Redstone flux gears. I already have a fluid. Oh, I already have a fluid encapsulator and 3 magma crucibles, and a machine frame. So realistically, I could go 3 more fluid encapsulators and 1 more of these. Where did I shove that invar gear? Right up there. What else was it? I'm so stupid. Magma crucible. Now we just need 3 of these fluid encapsulators, which take copper gears, which I do, for some reason, have. Probably from the last time we made them, but that one must already have a setting placed into it. Okay. So we're up to 8 there, which, is that enough for the block placers? It might be. We're gonna have 10. Let's look into that, actually. Yeah, 8 would be enough. We can go for that whenever. We're gonna want to. But we can kind of hold off on it for just a moment. Still working on that one. Getting a craft done downstairs. Alright, so magma crucibles, all the fun stuff. Energy pipes. I guess first thing is first. Ooh, that is not the correct setting. I've broken a many of things like that that wasn't meant to be broken. We're just gonna rip the power off of that. Break that pickaxe. But luckily I had prepared for that. And already had one made and ready to go. Clear out this little section. Apparently I need torches, but we'll get over it. It looks like that wall honestly needs to be shifted back just a little bit more. And we're starving to death again. No surprise there. So for this, at least for now, let's do something like that. Because this is mostly a temporary setup, just to get resources started. Yeah. Got the plastic now. So we need nickel, diamonds, tin, lead, silver. Okay. So we need 9 diamonds. Alright, so silver. I actually need 18. I forgot what I was doing. Like that. That's nothing. We do have nickel. It looks like we just don't have tin. Do I have any in here? I do have 2. That is obviously not enough to do anything with. Bit unfortunate that we have a 0 tin. Yes, so I guess what we'll do, we'll go in here, grab some gravel. And with our very limited inventory space at this point in time, we shall attempt. We need to be in the center. We don't need much. We need 18, so I have a feeling we could probably go through about a stack or 2. And we should be able to be there. That ought to be good. That's only enough for 4 ores, actually. We'll see if that's enough. Because what we have to do, we have to go through here, and that's only 6. Let's throw some of these resources in here. For the lap. You don't really go in there. We'll grab the 210 out from in there. Craft it up. So that's only 7. Let's go to the trash can and we'll just get rid of all the deep slate pebbles. They're worthless. And we'll do that once more. Not many in here. I think it's just the 15. Then we want to dump off the rest of the stuff. Yeah, there's no way this gives me enough. But we can play it to our advantage. Hopefully we get at least 9. Cool, we got 11. 12. So if we hop over here, get that washed up. Start crafting our diamond blocks, lead blocks, silver. I can just control K these. Grab our 10 nuggets. So that's 12, which is good for precisely 1 block of 10, which is fine. Grab that out. We do need to place a log over here again. Less of a concern for right now, but it is there. So 10. 2. We'll need to go grab a resource generator real quick as well, just to make the additional 10 that we are going to need. No chance at getting an upgrade for it right now, as we are still in crippling debt, it seems, EMC wise. We're also not making any gains on that. Looks like we're out of coal again. Why is it always coal that we're out of? I guess it got the short end of the stick at some point along the lines. I don't know. Maybe that'll help. I forgot to set this up to actually function correctly. So that is now made 110 resource core. And if we give this enough time, it takes 400 ticks per, which is what? Not very long. I think it's like 20 seconds. I could be wrong. I think it's 20 ticks to a second. Right there, we got another 10 ingot. It's just got to do that 5 times. But in the meantime, what we can do, throw those in there, get our blocks of lead in. And we can actually go ahead and chunk you in here to make this go much faster. Just gotta let this finish up. Then we'll go ahead and start throwing nickel in. Because, I mean, first things first, we kind of need to set up to have the ore available, which we'll do that back over here in this section. Probably like right up here. Diamonds, we may have to put them below deck, like right there. That's not an issue. So the hardened blob just takes these. Yeah, this seems much easier to do than the tier 2, the mystical strength mutable shard, which we can set that up to be automated here momentarily. But I don't know. But once we get all of this going, we should be good to go throughout. What was I doing? Got our 2 nickels. We'll do silver next, I suppose. Let's head over to our crafting table. Block of 10. Wait for this to get done. Should only take a second. Got our 2 cores there. And the only thing we really have left is the diamond core. We pretty much need to let this run as well. Like, we have 0 EMC right now. Not ideal. It's just sometimes we run really low on coal for whatever reason. How did we end up with an autumn out? Right, that's my question. Got our 10, and now all we have to do is get our diamond ones. We'll grab that up. This shouldn't take very long at all. Apparently I didn't get rid of the gold chunks on us. You didn't see that? 2 diamonds. We'll leave those sitting there for now. Because it honestly looks like these should be pretty simple to set up. Hopefully they keep it going that way. Because, I mean, we should just be able just to pipe items into the top of here. Run out the top or out of the back. Like, back, I mean this way. Get everything good to go there. But let's get all of these set up first. I mean, we're going to need the resources, so I don't see a good reason not to. Have the item pipes. That's not supposed to be up there. We just need... We're going to wait until we can get a resource generator. Grab a few out. Throw one of our diamond generators in. And that should start working. We'll keep that open, that way so we can put upgrades in it here momentarily. I'm going to be doing a lot here in a moment, I guess, but I don't have a way to get up there. I mean, it's slow, but it works. What do I need? I need a building block, essentially. No, we'll just do cobblestone. No, we'll do archwood. Get rid of these stone slabs. They're in the way. So these already had generators behind them, which is kind of a problem. But we'll make do. These will just have to be visible. So lead, tin, silver, nickel. And then we have these other ones to start up the automation with. So nickel, silver, tin, and lead. All set up nice and well. We should probably hide this a little bit. Once again, I'm horribly sorry that this looks the way it does. I'll try to fix it off camera. We'll drop down. And we're starting to get our resources piling up here. Albeit, it's going to be slow. But over time, we'll get enough resources to do what we need to do. I think. Okay. So that leaves us at the point where we need even more resource generators. By that I mean just one. Is this still functioning? Not particularly, because you don't have latex. Once we get the EMC to do it with, we'll probably try to get a link going. And then that'll go to the block placer that we still have to make. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Do we go boom, 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 like that? I'm probably going to hate myself for pinching myself off this much, but, you know, I already hate myself, so. What do we want to start with? So there goes nickel, diamond, tin, lead, silver. So we'll start with nickel. Nickel, lead, diamond, tin, silver. Did I do that right? Nope, I completely butchered it. Does not matter. Let's grab our fluid encapsulators. Shouldn't I? Eh? Okay, I have 3 of each. I need 4, so I'm still 1 short, actually. On each, which is a touch bit unfortunate, realistically. But we'll make do. That's making diamonds. Oops. We'll have their outputs out the bottom, since we can on this one. This one's actually somewhat convenient, which is really strange. Okay, so you, that you do extract. Oh, power is not going to be an issue. Okay. Ah, shucks. Energy pipe. So that back there. I guess let's go make another magma crucible and another fluid encapsulator. We'll grab some of those resources that we need. So we need another machine frame, so we need a 10 gear. And some glass. Should just need the 110 gear this time. Because I should already have a machine frame. I do. Magma crucible requires nether brick. But one magma crucible has been made. Then we just need a bucket, which we can craft. Refill all that fun stuff up. Take our last fluid encapsulator and last magma crucible, place them in. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am the stupid. Oh boy. I need the auto crafters, or the compressors, which I do have saved right here. That's crafting tables and iron. They're not hard to make, it's just inconvenient given that I've already set everything up. But surprise, surprise, I goofed. So crafting table, iron. Should just need 5. Redeposit all of that. Get rid of these crafting tables as well. They are completely useless to me right now. It looks like this might be sometimes running, which is a sign that we have gained a little bit. Okay. So what we do, we go through here, break all of this fun stuff. Get our auto compressors ready to go. And luckily for me, it kind of works. Works out in our favor. Because we already have power right there. I'm unsure how the extracting is going to go on this, but guess we'll find out. So we go nickel, diamond, tin, lead, and then silver. We're just going to do a one setup for now. So honestly, this is going to take it a hot second to get started. So we'll give it a little boost. So that's got molten nickel. So now all that we need to do is get our hardened, these bad boys over there. And this is heavily limited by this latex production at this point in time, which is inconvenient. We need to go grab a upgrade to be able to set this to round robin. Like that one. I probably need more more item conduits. Which, you guessed it, I don't have. So we need iron, redstone, and cobble. Cobblestone's always going to be in the back of the book here. What was I making here? Droppers? Make quite a few. Okay, let's head back over here and get this party started. We want this to output out the bottom. Never mind. We can do something akin to... No, not like that. Not yet. We gotta make it... We'll go one further down. And then we can cut it. And to feed into here, we'll dig this out for my own access. Okay, this is where we're going to run into a problem. I know we was somewhere, but we can just rotate these around. And then we set the back to be output and the bottom to be input. And then this takes care of literally every... Oh, don't know what that just was. This takes care of literally every issue we would ever have with that. Okay, so we want to head that direction. Be some fine pipe work here. But I really don't care, because it's not going to ever be seen. Little diagonal. And I've trapped myself in. We come over here. Set this to round robin. To start with, it's just going to have put those in here. So we have 5, so we'll split this up into... That is not the way to do that. We'll do 5 somewhat even groups. You've already made a few, so we'll drop you down to have just 3. I mean, it's producing, just horrendously slow. And we're up to just about 3 of everything. I don't really see a purpose, at least at this point in time, in making this much faster. So, this takes us to the Hardened blob, which is another dissolution chamber, but we need pink slime to make this work. And then we just got to put it through a multi-servo press, which is not horrible. Constant gears, I'm sure that we can, yeah, just fire charge copper and nickel. That's nice and easy. So hardened blob, so we need pink slime. So, to get pink slime, I'm pretty sure you get that mainly from passive mobs. So let's start out with getting 2 pieces of plastic, a gold gear, and a few weapons, essentially. That's not correct. Oh well. Okay, so mob slaughter factory, so we need 2 swords and 2 axes. Nice and simple. Then what we need: redstone, pity machine frame, and a golden gear. Which, for the golden gear, can we just do this? Yes. Mob slaughter factory. Okay. That takes us there. We could get the meat feeder. Kind of don't really need it necessarily. Okay, so do we go ahead and make the block placer? I think so. It's just some droppers, which I should be able to make. Apparently not enough because I don't have the cobblestone. Okay, so we need 6 of you. And then we can make our 2 block placers. The thing that's going to hold us up on these actually functioning correctly. So you do take power. Kind of figured you would. We'll see. Did I place that the right way? No. Okay, block placer. Why is this not placing upwards? It may not be able to. That's kind of what it looks like. So instead of having whoops, that's not correct. And I'm stuck. Okay, so that's how it works. So yeah. Place a block placer. If I had logs on me, which I will just take half of them, because this will last quite some time. Like, this doesn't take very much at all. I need to scale this setup quite a bit to get kind of the production we're looking for. But before we do that, let's get into the delightful dirt. So we need this nutritious chicken feed. The only problem is I don't have a way to get a chicken to spawn. Nor do I have essence. This is something I have just thought of. How am I gonna get... Like, right? Like, I'm on normal. I haven't seen the first mob spawn. So I'm kind of confused as to how I am supposed to be able to get pink slime. Which after we do this, we'll be able just to make it. So mixing a pink slimy comb, which I can't do bees yet. This is quite tricky, actually. All I can see is some output from the mob slaughter factory. How do we get mobs? That's not how that works. Yeah, I'm just confused at this point. I don't see the way forward. Still got quite a ways to go as well. By that I mean we've got all of these fluid cores and got the mechanistic still to do, which we can even get like plutonium and antimatter and stuff like that. It's insane. What do I do? I just collected 18 sprockets, by the way. Quite decent. What? How do we get the pink slime? Like, I understand that we are supposed to be able to kill something, right? Like, I don't think I can just. It's backwards. Like, I don't think I can just stand here and it attack me, right? So I need some sort of mob to spawn. I mean, I guess I could just go through and get grass. Uh, oops. I mean, and that's not doable either. Unless we go through. Uh, yeah, but I mean, we still need a chicken. Like, that's so confusing. I mean, maybe I just need to make like a grass platform? Maybe stuff will spawn on it? I don't know. I guess let's do a little quick experiment. We'll just start out with a little 5x5 section of grass. I did get some grass seeds from sifting something. Don't really remember what at this point. I think it was dirt and a string. Where did I put that? Grass seed. Then we need dirt. Let's grab the rest of those grass seeds. There's no need to really hold on to them. Just like their one purpose in life. Unless there's some way to like buy a spawner or something, and I'm just too stupid to figure it out. We actually had just the right amount for what I was trying to do. I guess I'm gonna look through here, and we'll see if I can't find anything to be helpful. All right, so I set up this little mob farm. It has functioned a little bit. We've got 60 millibuckets of pink slime. We need what? What was it for this? We need a full bucket. Um, Realistically, we need 2 buckets. We need one to make the hardened blob, and then from there we can make a hardened transmutable shard, which we can then use to craft up the fluid generator, which will allow us to have essentially infinite pink slime. And as far as I know, we can look down here at all the cores. We get latex, blood, refined obsidian, essence, DT, fuel fluid, Jesus Christ, lava, water, source, pink slime. Source could be good actually, because we could replace a lot of our. It doesn't really matter, I don't guess, because source obviously isn't the problem. Actually, it kind of is. But that's also not abusing our system horribly. This has actually dropped back a little bit. It's not done what I was hoping it was going to do. Shocker, something went horribly wrong again. So all I need to do is back away from this. Looks like something else died. I don't know what, but something else died because we got another 20 millibuckets there. So it's going to take a little bit of stuff to go through and die because I think we get about 20 millibuckets every time something dies. So I'm going to go AFK essentially here for a few minutes and we'll see what we get. Alright, so it looks like we have our 2 buckets of pink slime, which should be all we need. Go ahead and make another dissolution chamber. Okay, I need to lock the input. Nope, that's not what I need to do. Okay, let's real quick. If we do that, we shouldn't be able to put anything in there. We got blood and magic resource shells. Which, oh, nope, you don't go in there. Got that figured out. Why do we only have 61 redstone? Are we just operating at that much of a lack of EMC? Possibly. But hopefully, as soon as we get this going, we will be fine. So Hardened blob takes 1 bucket of pink slime, along with tin, silver, nickel, lead, and diamond. So this does not even go over here. I was just stupid. What we will do is we'll come out of the top of these, set all these to extract. And all these should be on round robin, so every time this makes 1, which we'll set this up to have infinite latex here in a second, we'll probably either double or triple this setup here momentarily. So we do that. That is going to feed into a dissolution chamber, which we will really quickly disconnect everything else from. Tin, lead, nickel, diamond. Got silver in there. We'll lock the inputs. We'll go grab ourselves a big old bucket. Or just a bucket. Excuse me. And then from there, all you gotta do, grab you. And we'll have to get power to this. Let's see if we can't get that to connect. So that's got everything in it. Put some pink slime in there. Now the only issue is power. I want to keep the bottom open. So we'll take power into the top. Run that around. Hook that in like that. And this should start processing. It's going to take about 20 seconds. Which is not bad at all. And we can get upgrades for this as well. Somewhere. I don't really remember. I think industrial add-ons, I think, or something like that. We got a hardened blob. And then to make that into a hardened transmutable shard, we just have to run this through a multi-servo press, which I made in before we went AFK. We'll place that there. Ion pipe out the bottom. You don't want to cooperate for whatever reason. Can I just set this to pull straight? Actually, possibly. Well, I guess we'll find out later. You need power to you as well. That is the issue. What I might can do is do something like this. We're gonna have input in the side. Place that there, and then I forgot to collect the transmutable shard dye. We need to EMC this. Get that bad boy warmed up. Because you never know when we'll probably need more of these as we go on. If we place that in here shortly, we should get our hardened transmutable shard. So we'll go save this. Got that saved. So now we want to make a fluid generator. That way so we can make ink slime. So, fluid generator is going to be 4 iron blocks and 4 diamond blocks. Nice and easy. Let's grab a nibble of bread. Grab a full stack. Yay. Fluid generator. Nice and easy. And we get a blank fluid core for free out of that. So we'll obviously save that and grab that out. Okay, so how do we make a pink slime fluid core? We need a fluid encapsulator with a bucket of pink slime. And yeah, we just do that. So we need a fluid encapsulator. Which I honestly doubt I have a spare one. I mean, I'm sure I can find one of these boogers without something in them. Maybe not. Not really looking like it. Might just have to go make a new one. Alright, so fluid encapsulator. Let me go see what I need compared to what I have. Okay, so we need 2 copper gears and the machine frame, so we need 4 iron and a 10 gear. Yay. Fluid encapsulator, machine frame, 10 gear. Go back in here, make the machine frame. I forgot to grab the copper gears, which I should already have, I think. Unless I used them all. Which is very possible. That does not make the correct thing. Copper gears, that's what we want. We'll make 11 of them. Might as well. Fluid encapsulator. And a bucket. Because we need to grab out the pink slime there. Fluid encapsulator. Blank fluid core. Throw you in there. And we now have a pink slime fluid core. We're going to grab that and throw it in our reserve chest over here. And we can actually save the fluid generator as well, which would probably be a good idea, as I believe it is a much cheaper way of doing it. But the problem now is I threw the fluid generator in there and I can't get it back out. So what I'll have to do is disconnect you for a moment until we get our 50k built back up, which should be like 2 or 3 of these going in. We should be able to get it. There it is. And we'll grab one for latex here in a minute as well, but we'll worry about that here momentarily. There we go, we can start pulling back out now. Okay, so for you, fluid generator, pink slime. How much does this make at a time? That's something I didn't actually pay attention to. Is it 1 millibucket? Is it 1 bucket? Okay, it's a quarter bucket. So that's pretty solid. So we can just take pink slime straight off the top of this now. And that is going to be fairly efficient. I did not need to break that. Let's go grab a storage drawer, and we'll, at least for now, we're just going to have it come out into there. Where is my storage drawer? There it is. We're gonna need, obviously, more of these, I guess. So what we'll do, hopefully that fills that up. We'll try to go steal one of these. We'll see if any of these are boosted. Yeah, they are. We'll just take the tier 1 generators, or tier 1 speed upgrade, and move it over here. That should help out greatly. We can make latex, water, essence, pink slime, liquid DT fuel, blazing blood, molten source, and life essence. Alright, so we got another bucket. Take that out. And then here shortly we should start producing. We need to set that to extract. Where did the dye go that was in here? Is that something we have to do for each one? If so, that's inconvenient. But not the end of the world. Maybe that's why they're EMCable. Yeah, that's got to be consumed. Which isn't an issue, it's just inconvenient. What was these worth a piece? 98,000, so they're quite decent. Hopefully this will allow us to jump up through here and actually start taking out of there. It actually looks like we have 2 that are completely empty, which is not great. Oh, I messed up. I don't guess it really matters on that. But I mean, I should just need like a tier. Actually, I need whatever will take. I mean, this will slow down here in a second as well, but. Alright, so we need more latex now as well. So let's go grab ourselves another bucket or 2. And we'll try to steal some latex from this machine. Easy enough. Grab our fluid encapsulator out here. And then we just gotta find some cores, or get some cores out of here. Which shouldn't be horrible. Other than we don't have enough EMC in the system. We did use a little bit out from in there, but not enough. 6 shards, so that should be about 700,000. 2 fluids, 2 blank fluid cores. That leaves us with 300k in profit off of that. But I mean, me just hooking this up here in a second will drastically improve everything. So what did we need in here? Cores, latex, latex. Then we need to get some speed upgrades, so we'll honestly just wait a second. Which I think they're like 100 and some thousand a piece. Like 120,000. We're going through our little stockpile here rather quickly. I'm waiting on this fourth one to come through. We'll need a basic EMC link just to get out transmutable shard dyes. Never mind the liquid meat just sitting on the ground. So what did I need again? I don't remember. God, what was I going to get that required EMC? We need latex, which we can do because we have our buckets already installed in here. Where'd the latex go? Oh, I already made the... I'm an idiot. Oh, those upgrades, that's what it was. Jesus Christ, I'm stupid. We'll wait on this fourth one to come in. Oh, we have 7. Somebody needs to send me to a psych eval at this point, based off how stupid I am. Grab another fluid generator. We'll need another blank core, but we'll wait a second for that. Pink slime bucket. We'll put that in there for now. Okay. We'll just place these up here, because it'll work. And latex float core. Latex float core. Double the speed, double the speed. And so this should be somewhat quick. I mean, it's not massively quick, so we'll probably have to get another 3 or 4 here in a minute. Oops. Oops. I hate when that crap happens. Did it again. We'll start putting a little bit of latex back into here as well. That'll be like my storage. Like this right here will also pull some out into. It'll be good just to have it. So that should honestly help us out greatly. Or grab out 6 of these. How are we doing in terms of in here? We've actually started building up in the second one again. And 3 4 cores and another fluid generator. Not going to hurt anything. We definitely need more latex than what we do pink slime. But I think we'll still do 1 more pink slime. Throw you in there. Pull out the pink slime. latex, latex, and latex. We will need 3 more upgrades, but that's not the biggest of deals. Nice and easy. And now we're no longer waiting on latex, which is a grand thing. Let's fix the wall back here. And I am down into a hole again. Luckily I can get out of it. Please ignore that. Okay, how are we looking over here? We are out of everything else. So let's essentially make more of these. So I need more dissolution chambers. Okay, so dissolution chambers. That's not a dissolution chamber. What do we need? Diamond gears, penny machine, which that's easy. Where is our logs at here? Logs, diamond, iron, redstone. Diamond gear. Bunch of just really stupid crafting. So you need 2 pieces of plastic and a chest. Pretty simple. 2 pieces of plastic, we'll just run over here and steal it out of this machine here. Still got to be smelted up, but it won't be much effort in that. It's literally just toss it in there. Then we needed a chest, which is just 2 sets of planks in a circle. This is almost done with our second piece of plastic. And then after this, we'll look into the add-ons. Okay. We'll have to figure out how to bring power into this. Probably just do that. Got latex in it now. I forgot to set the recipe. Let's do that. And do that. So we had what? Blood and magic. So that goes there. What else does this take again? Magic, blood, lapis, gold, redstones, and source gem. This slew. So there have a source. You're half full. I know we should have a metric ton down here. Now, what do you know? Okay, so we should be able to go. Oop. And just like that, we have another one fully up and operational, other than it does not have an extract. Which is superbly easy to set up. So we should be doubling our production out. Why is this not filling up? Oh, probably because this is disconnected. And this takes 20 seconds a piece, so every 10 seconds we're getting one. Realistically, we need to boost that by quite a bit. Yeah, I think we need to go ahead and make several more dissolution chambers. Probably in the range of about 3 to 5. Let's just go grab all of our plastic that we have ready to manufacture. We can turn that on to ignored as well. So we can actually start processing it down, because we should be making well over what we actually need to. And then the more this goes, the more regulated it should be. Yeah, I mean, it's up to 49, so it's definitely building. Throw that in there. We need some diamond gears, which I did not need those. We need buckets, and is that it? We're gonna need more gold. I'm pretty much just waiting on EMC to go back up. There we go. We just gotta wait on that plastic to smelt up. We will automate the sending of EMC back into the system once we're able to. But it looks like we're missing, what is this, nickel? I'm sure it's working on it. It's kind of, can't really tell. We can break back here and be able to look at it. It just doesn't have the this thing for it. So if we can get 5 lined up, we should be set to go every 20 seconds getting one. This is going to be hideous, and it's going to be most certainly in the way. But that'd be right. That's our base, essentially, fluid encapsulator. So that's 10, so we just need our diamond gears now. Made one too many, but that's fine. I forgot about the pity machine frame, so we need 4 blocks of the redstone. Why can we only make 3? Because that's all that we need, right? Because we already have 2. I am not the most intelligent. And I have messed up yet again. So let's remedy that. Throw those magic ones in there. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3 of all of these. Get rid of the nether quartz because it is completely worthless, just about like those iron nuggets are. So we need 3 from down here. Go away. Okie dokie. No. This is so much fun, guys. We'll click all of these over here. Am I missing one? Yeah, I'm missing blood on this one. Lock that down. Not logs. Not a configuration card. So that should craft, and that crafts. So then we just reattach you, and we set up our exports. So every 20 seconds, we're going to be receiving, or I guess it averages out to every 4 seconds we get one. But every 20 seconds, we should be getting a hardened transmutable shard. It seems like we don't actually need another fluid generator over here yet. I guess we'll kind of see. Throw that in there, and a little inventory cleanup. Got a little bit of gold on us. Got some gold resource cores, but honestly, anything else that we don't really need, we'll keep those. Throw away the nether quartz, throw you away, and throw you away. We throw a whole lot of this stuff just into a random chest for now. Okay, let's take a look at this. All this should be fully functionable. And I would imagine this has enough latex to keep everything fully stocked. It looks like it does. Which is what we want to see. Okay. Maybe we set up a chest with a round robin upgrade on it. If not, I think we're gonna have problems. On the extract side of it, anyway. And it'll give us a buffer if we ever get to that point. Which I doubt we will, but... Round robin, we want to get rid of these. They are irrelevant to this. But that should be working. That should be everything round robining itself. Which should mean every 20 seconds we get one. So by the time this cycles through, we should be getting a next one. Presuming we have all of the previous materials, which it looks like we are out of redstone. Why? We want you to be round robin too. I don't know why you wasn't. Let's get some EMC flowing through the system. But like, I think once we get out of our EMC like crunch, I think we'll be okay. I think. So that's the redstone one. Which, I mean, it's got redstone down there. It just doesn't have the blocks up here to take it. In which up here we don't have the current abilities to let it run at full steam quite yet. Like, we have 36 of these. Doesn't look like any of those. completely out. I can't see anything in that. I got one more. Let's go grab another stack of the shard or the dye for that. Yeah, 60 orc. I think that actually completes the stack. Amazing how that works out. It's going to be a kind of slow process to start. Why do you have 63? You have 41. When the rest of the system has 0. That actually seemed to have worked that time. Let's go down here, and what we'll do, I know we had a massive buffer down here. Let's go up here and reset the system, essentially. Which I know after this is full, it's just going to start sending them back down there. But it gets everything flowing again. Which is what we want to see. I'll probably have to augment all of these really soon. Or just add more magma crystals into the system. Which would be kind of hard given the way that I set that up. So we're back up 2 shards, about to be at 3. And this is making another one already. So it's starting to work it's starting to work itself out. Finally. I mean, that 300k AMC is going to disappear, but we actually got one down there. Oh, we're getting close. And that's worked through its backlog now. Oh, I'm excited now. I mean, maybe we'll finally be at enough to actually be able to run everything. That's waiting on a production to come through. Which it looks like we're missing. I don't even know what that is. Which one is that? Magic Source Gold. Which one is that? I'm assuming it's going to be Redstone. Let's go grab the augment. Which I think I put right there. We'll need to make some more of these components. We're doing final lapis for now. So this should be 3 times faster. Wait. It can have both? But, okay, the second one, it makes the weaker one completely useless. It looks like we barely have the power to keep up with this. It crashes every now and then. What a fun time. Oh, we're at 1. So it seems like our problem is now our redstone production, or it's going to be this production. Which I don't really know what the holdup is, other than this is absurdly slow. But there's not much I can do about it, because I mean, it's going to take like it's 15 ticks no matter what. The only other thing I can do for it. But I mean, these are barely keeping up. And I mean, I have, what, 3 rows? Which, of course, that's not upgraded, but... The only other way to feed this to more magma crucibles is going to be to split it right there. Which is very possible. Is it annoying? Absolutely. But very possible. So what do we need? 4 more? Because I realistically think on the blood side of it, we're fine. Because, I mean, this takes nothing to do. Pretty simple. Never mind that over there, but... It does take a little bit of time to go through, but it's not horrible lengthwise. Okay, magma crucibles. We'll drag them down here to the bottom. We need more machine frames and Invar gears. And nether brick, which is fun, but not hard. So we need 10 gears, essentially. Let's grab some chest. In gear, let's make 32 of them. Let's reach in here, grab you. We'll grab 50 machine frame. We're gonna need logs and redstone. That is bamboo. Wait, I don't need... I'm stupid. Where is my nether brick? Right there. I accidentally clicked on the right one. Simply amazing. Craft that up. What else do we need? Invar gears. So we need Invar. Invar. That is an alloy that we get with 2 iron to 1 nickel. And we'll need 64 fire charges as well. That is 48. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. 3 stacks of Invar. Invar gears. Why is it only trying to craft 1? So, gears, you. I need glass. That would be our limiting factor at this point. 13 more magma crucibles. We'll need to grab out our pipes again. We'll grab a few fluid pipes. I don't know if we really need them or not, but we'll take them just in case. Let's get right to that real quick. After a quick snack break. It honestly doesn't seem like we're making enough. Which is very possible it's true. Just due to the fact that this one, like, never runs. That's down to 59, but this should 4 should turn into about 15. Or 16 or something like that. Okay. So we hop down here. Pretty much all that we're going to do is go boom, boom, whoops. No, we don't go whoops, but just across there. And then we take power across. And then we'll head up top and... Ooh, how am I going to power you? I have this really funny idea here. We're just going to apparently use pipes to scaffold with instead of what I actually wanted to use. Like that. That navigates our issue. Break our scaffolding here. And then that'll just get item piped over. Easy as pie. So, bottom is an entry, top is an output. And just like that, that should have just about doubled our production. What we'll do, we'll take our redstone and there. We'll just upgrade gold, redstone, and the other one. So next thing on the list is really to get all those upgraded, so they're actually producing enough for what I'm sending through it. So we'll let this build up just a little bit. I mean, the redstone is definitely our holdup at the moment. But it shouldn't be for very much longer. Oh, maybe it will be, because we're not making enough power. Alright, where's our Sterling Dynamos? Uh-oh. So we need iron gears. Grab some redstone out too while we're at it. And then we need iron and andesite we'll go with. Or we can just go with normal stone. There's 35 more. Could use some more energy cables. We only have 3 still in there. Okay, let's rather swiftly, let's head over here and try to get this sorted. I'm gonna break this out. Yeah. Break all of these out. We're pretty much just gonna add in another strip for now. And we're gonna hope this produces enough power, and we're gonna hope I produce enough coal to power this. That is not the correct way to do that. Really quickly, let's... Oh, nope, not you. Just get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need. Okay, we did not have enough to complete that run. I guess we technically did right on the money. Actually, I have one extra one, but... Let's start extracting all these. Probably not the most efficient way, but it works. And we'll go see if that's enough power. Which I'm sure there will be an influx. It looks like we're okay. It's building power. Which is very good. You're not Oh! It'd probably help if you'd actually set these to extract. Make our way back up here. And now we should actually be going. Why is that not extracting? I mean, that is most certainly the top that's coming out of. Why are you not extracting? Brother, what is your problem? I can understand your problem right now. Oh, you have redstone in you. Oh, I messed up, that's why. God, I'm an idiot. The old quick slash home. Now let's try to fix this. Yeah, this all has destabilized redstone in it. And like that should be fixed. You should still be correct. And I have fallen down into the pits of doom again. Because this makes the tanks lose their fluid count. There we go. That should start producing a few. Okay, so now this is all pretty much just waiting on magic. But we do have 24 of those. Let's do another hard reset here of the system. I'll just take like a half a row or a full row, and it'll just fully fill up these. It'll drain out the existing stores. But other than that, we're good to go. Let's grab some of the upgrades out. We'll pretty much throw anything we can into the system. It was only enough for 2 upgrades. That's not ideal. But the real question is, do we honestly even need it? It doesn't look like it. It looks like everything's very content with where it is. It's just slow. Probably went overkill on this, but it'll work out. Not here, it's this next one over. You don't have any, you have 57. I'd really like to get rid of this. Like, it feels like debt. No, that's not the right word for it. That's what it seems like. Once that whittles on down to about 100K, I'll take these 3 over. That way, so it keeps trying to fill up the entire thing. So, I mean, that's got up to 8 in here. Which that's going to tick down because we're currently not making anything, as we're missing, I think that's tin and nickel. It also seems like we're not actually making enough of these resources anymore. That magma crucible is completely empty, which is fine because we have 37 of those anyway. I mean, these aren't upgraded any either, and they're operating off of precisely 1 resource generator. That's all just waiting. It's waiting on diamond too. The only one we really have in here is silver and lead. Seems like we're just still missing redstone. Hmm. Don't like that at all. Got our diamond, got our tin, just waiting on nickel. Okay, so the real question is, why are we lacking redstone? And at this point, it's just we're not destabilizing enough. Is it these running out? Oh, we don't have power. That'll certainly do it. I thought we had plenty of power. Not like I've added anything to it. But no, we're like, how stupid can I be? The answer to that, guys, is very much. Something tells me if I do that, it's going to solve all the world's issues. It's almost like it helps to connect your power lines. Wow, who would have thunked it? Somebody's got to be yelling at me in the comments. Or somebody please yell at me in the comments. I need it. It's not particularly slow, but it's not good either. Just waiting on nickel again. Seems to be the last one to always get it. Which is quote unquote fine. Not the end of the world, but it's not great either. Next thing would be another generator, which takes blackstone, which we can get by haunting cobblestone. Yeah, pretty much that. Or we can get blackstone pebbles from sieving netherrack. Which we can do that with relative ease. But that's going to have to wait until next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We'll probably also get started in the POW in the next episode, so make sure you tune into that. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.